One of his most candid interviews ever, Britain's Prince William is talking about the impact of losing his mother. He's hoping to help others by sharing his very personal thoughts.
Prince William has taken an extraordinary legal step against Queen Camilla, a move that has sent shockwaves through the royal family and British society. This bold decision represents a major escalation in what insiders describe as a long-overdue confrontation. While some see it as a necessary action, others question the true motivation behind it. As the future king directly challenges the woman who has reshaped his father's reign, one thing is undeniable: this is more than just royal drama. It is a battle that could redefine the monarchy itself. Was this clash inevitable, or was there a final trigger that pushed William to act? Join us as we explore the truth behind this startling royal showdown. Royal drama has taken center stage as Princess Anne, the only daughter of the late Queen Elizabeth II, has reportedly initiated legal action against Queen Camilla. This surprising development has not only intensified tensions within the royal family but has also inspired Prince William to follow suit. Legal disputes between senior royals are rare in modern British history, making this case all the more shocking to the public and royal observers. Historically, the royal family has handled internal disagreements behind closed doors. However, this public conflict threatens to disrupt the carefully maintained image of unity and dignity that the monarchy has long projected. Analysts are now questioning the deeper issues that may have compelled Princess Anne, who has always been fiercely loyal to the crown, to take such an extraordinary step. To understand this situation better, it is crucial to examine Princess Anne's character and reputation. Throughout the years, those who have worked closely with her describe her as grounded, authentic, and deeply committed to duty. She embodies the practical values her parents upheld and has consistently prioritized substance over ceremony. Her decision to forego royal titles for her children reflected her desire to grant them a more ordinary life, highlighting her independent thinking and pragmatic nature. Among the royal family, Princess Anne has long been regarded as one of the most hardworking and respected members. Her straightforward, no-nonsense approach to public service has made her a favorite among the public and those within palace circles. Unlike many royals who embrace tradition, Anne has always focused on the tangible impact of her work. But does her practicality strengthen the monarchy's image, or does it expose the growing divide between duty and tradition? Princess Anne has dedicated much of her life to charitable efforts, going beyond ceremonial duties to create real change. She has worked with over 300 organizations both in the UK and globally. Her efforts even led to the founding of her own initiative, originally called the Princess Royal Trust for Carers, which later became the Carers Trust, further demonstrating her deep commitment to social causes. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla's journey has been nothing short of transformative. For most of her life, she remained outside the royal spotlight, but everything changed when her relationship with King Charles became public. Before her royal status, she lived a quiet and private life, never expecting that fate would place her at the center of the monarchy. In 2004, author Kate Moss recalled meeting Camilla at a social gathering and having a casual conversation without realizing who she was. This anecdote reflected Camilla's unassuming nature before her public image underwent an immense shift. Camilla's path to the throne was far from easy. At one point, she was considered one of the most disliked figures in Britain due to her association with Charles and the fallout of his marriage to Princess Diana. Public scrutiny followed her every move, and it took years for her to reshape her image. Her story with Charles dates back to the 1970s when a playful remark about their ancestors brought them together. She once joked that her great-grandmother had a connection with his great-great-grandfather, never imagining that history would, in a way, repeat itself in their own lives. Despite the controversies, those close to Camilla insist she never sought the throne. The Marquis of Lansdowne, a longtime friend, has stated that becoming queen was never part of her plan. However, not everyone believes that fate alone placed her on the throne. Was she simply following her heart, or was there a calculated strategy behind her rise? As the dynamics of royal power shift, Prince Harry has publicly voiced his concerns about Queen Camilla, calling her dangerous and hinting that her ascension was not purely by chance. He believes she carefully orchestrated her path into the royal family by forming strategic alliances and reshaping her public image. However, Queen Elizabeth II seemed to have viewed Camilla differently. Over time, the late Queen grew fond of her and appreciated her dedication to meaningful causes, such as fighting against domestic violence. Eventually, she gave her formal blessing for Camilla to become Queen Consort. With Queen Elizabeth's passing, the balance of power within the royal family changed dramatically. Some insiders speculate that this shift may have left Princess Anne feeling sidelined. Could this explain why she has taken such a decisive legal stance against Camilla? Princess Anne has not always enjoyed an easy relationship with the media. During her younger years, she faced intense scrutiny and was often described as unapproachable. Following a 1982 equestrian event, she gained the unflattering nickname, Her Royal Rudeness, after requesting photographers keep their distance. However, those who know her best argue that she has always been deeply committed to her royal duties and public service. She has never been one for unnecessary displays, instead emphasizing the true purpose behind her work. Her approach challenges traditional expectations of royalty, leading some to see her as one of the most relatable royals, while others view her as distant. Princess Anne has proven that being royal is about more than just appearances. She took an entire decade before she felt ready to participate in public debates for Save the Children, demonstrating her deep sense of responsibility. Her dedication is reflected in the numbers. Between 2002 and 2022, she completed over 11,000 royal engagements, earning her the title of the hardest-working royal. Unlike others in the family, Anne embraces a practical lifestyle. She styles her own hair, does her own makeup, and even drives herself to royal events. At her daughter's equestrian competitions, she has been seen waiting in line for the restroom like any ordinary spectator. Her down-to-earth nature has made her a beloved national figure. Even in matters of fashion, Anne sets herself apart. Rather than chasing trends, she has long championed sustainable fashion, so much so that former British Vogue editor Edward Ninful recognized her as a pioneer in the movement before it became widely popular. Her choices, both in fashion and in life, reflect a sense of practicality and foresight that many admire. Princess Anne has long been known for her thoughtful and principled stance on royal affairs, raising questions about how these values might influence her recent conflict with Queen Camilla. Could her unwavering commitment to authenticity lie at the heart of the current tensions within the monarchy? Royal fashion and breaking traditions. Princess Anne has consistently challenged royal traditions, particularly in the realm of fashion. Unlike many members of the royal family, she is known for re-wearing outfits, a rare practice in high society. One notable example was the floral dress she donned at two royal weddings nearly 3 decades apart. As a strong advocate of British fashion, she sets an example by wearing a variety of styles, from military-inspired outfits to bold patterns, all chosen to accommodate her active lifestyle. In the 1970s, her daring choices, such as puffed sleeves, floral prints, and striking stripes, established her as one of the most fashionable royals of her time. Even today, she maintains a distinctive style, incorporating personal touches like her signature brooches and confidently embracing military-inspired ensembles that few other royal women dare to wear. Her wardrobe is a testament to her ability to balance tradition with practicality, proving she is unafraid to experiment while remaining true to her timeless elegance. Queen Camilla's journey to the throne. Queen Camilla's story resembles a complex romance novel that reshaped the royal family. Her connection with King Charles was not just a fleeting romance but a profound bond rooted in their shared aristocratic background. They found solace in one another, with Camilla often seeking Charles's advice. However, their relationship created complications, particularly with Charles's sons, William and Harry. The couple faced obstacles from the beginning, including opposition from Charles's great-uncle, Lord Mountbatten. He strongly disapproved of Camilla as a future queen and advised Charles to enjoy dating but ultimately marry someone young and inexperienced in royal life. This old-fashioned perspective highlights the rigid traditions and social expectations that governed the monarchy, setting the stage for later conflicts. Love, duty, and separation. Even before Charles and Camilla had a chance to build a life together, royal obligations and societal expectations began shaping their future. Was their separation inevitable, or was it deliberately orchestrated to push Charles toward a more suitable match? When Charles embarked on a 7-month voyage aboard HMS Norfolk, some speculated that his uncle Mountbatten had arranged the trip to distance him from Camilla. Even Queen Elizabeth appeared to favor the idea of Charles marrying Diana. The separation weighed heavily on Camilla, and Charles sensed it too, writing that watching her wave goodbye felt like the beginning of the end for them. As Charles approached his 30s, his family subtly pressured him to settle down. Despite his lingering feelings for Camilla, she had married someone else, leaving him little choice but to seek another match. The Queen had already set her sights on Lady Diana, a quiet young woman from a noble lineage whom Charles had known since childhood. In an awkward twist, Charles even asked Camilla to help Diana adjust to royal life. However, his marriage to Diana quickly unraveled, transforming their once promising union into frustration and resentment. While Charles found joy in fatherhood, his relationship with Diana deteriorated to the point that, in 1992, the Prime Minister had to formally announce their separation to Parliament. Princess Anne's changing perception of Camilla. Initially, Princess Anne doubted whether Camilla could ever be queen. However, over time, she observed Camilla assuming more royal responsibilities and working diligently to fulfill them. Anne's views started to evolve, though tensions between them persisted. The situation reached a breaking point when private tapes of Charles and Camilla's intimate conversations were leaked to the media, exposing their deep connection and turning their private struggles into public spectacle. What had once been mere rumors became undeniable proof of a love that defied royal expectations. But was this scandal the turning point that forced the monarchy to face the truth, or just another chapter in an ongoing saga? Royal love and scandal. In 1993, the royal world was rocked when newspapers published transcripts of Charles and Camilla's private phone calls, revealing the depth of their affection and unhappiness in their respective marriages. The scandal humiliated everyone involved, particularly Camilla, who had managed to remain relatively private until that point. Diana, having had enough, confronted Camilla at a party in 1989, making it clear that she was fully aware of the affair. Later, in a bombshell interview with Martin Bashir, Diana famously remarked, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." Public sentiment quickly turned against Camilla, branding her as the woman who had broken up the royal marriage. Nicknamed the Rottweiler, she became the target of widespread criticism. Realizing she had to rehabilitate her image, Camilla sought to win over not just the public but also the royal family, including Princess Anne. However, Anne had never been particularly warm toward any of Charles's partners, and her resistance to Camilla was especially pronounced due to their complicated history. Unresolved tensions and changing dynamics. Anne's reluctance to accept Camilla as queen was not just about tradition, it hinted at deeper, unresolved conflicts within the royal family. Whether motivated by loyalty to the late queen or personal grievances, Anne's opposition made Camilla's journey toward acceptance even more challenging. The question remains, did time truly mend the rift between them, or was Anne merely resigning herself to an inevitable shift in royal power? Love and royal protocols. Despite the controversies, Charles proposed to Camilla in 2005, presenting her with his grandmother's diamond ring. They married that April, solidifying their place in the monarchy. When Charles ascended the throne in September 2022, Camilla officially took on the title of Queen Consort. As the royal family continues to navigate evolving traditions, the legacy of their past decisions lingers, shaping the future of the British monarchy. The royal family's history is woven with love, duty, tradition, and scandal. From Princess Anne's steadfast principles to Camilla's controversial rise, these intertwining stories reflect the complexities of monarchy in the modern age. As the institution adapts to changing times, the conflicts and reconciliations among its members will continue to shape its legacy. Prince William stood firmly as a witness, while the paths of Camilla and Princess Anne intertwined decades ago through Camilla's former boyfriend, Andrew Parker Bowles. Back in the 1960s, Camilla defied tradition by wearing black to her debutante party while others dressed in white. That night, she met Andrew, an officer in the Royal Horse Guards and a polo companion of Prince Charles. Their 6-year romance was far from smooth, as Andrew was frequently unfaithful. During this time, Camilla formed a close friendship with Charles and met Lucia, who became a lifelong confidant. The situation grew even more entangled when Andrew began dating Princess Anne, a match that seemed ideal, except for one major obstacle. Andrew was Catholic, and an old law from 1701 prohibited royals from marrying Catholics. Since Anne was 4th in line to the throne, their relationship was ultimately doomed. Rumors later suggested that Charles and Camilla's romance may have begun while she was still involved with Anne's former love, Andrew Parker Bowles, adding yet another twist to this already complex royal saga. This tangled history explains the long-standing unease between Anne and Camilla, proving that in the royal family, the past is never truly left behind. The web of relationships within the monarchy blurred the lines between love, duty, and revenge, making it difficult to separate fact from speculation. What began as romantic entanglements soon evolved into unexpected friendships, though not without igniting fresh scandals. But did time truly mend these intricate relationships, or did it merely push them into quiet acceptance for the sake of royal decorum? Speculation swirled that Camilla began dating Charles as a form of retaliation against Andrew Parker Bowles for his affair with Princess Anne. Despite their past, Anne and Andrew remained close friends over the years. Royal biographer Tom Quinn suggests that Anne may have realized they were better suited as friends rather than romantic partners. However, their close bond caused turmoil during Anne's first marriage to Mark Phillips, with persistent rumors that Anne and Andrew had an affair before her divorce in 1989. Although Anne and Camilla had a strained relationship for years, they have since grown closer. They can now even laugh about television portrayals of them as rivals in love. Their ability to work together at royal events was evident when they recently co-hosted a charity gathering at Buckingham Palace. Anne wore a striking white outfit, reminiscent of the dress she wore when she married Tim Lawrence in a modest Scottish wedding in 1992. At the reception, she accessorized with a seahorse brooch and navy accents, while Camilla opted for a blue dress adorned with historic ivy leaf brooches from the 1930s. The event was attended by other royals, including the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, along with notable figures such as actress Ruth Wilson. On the surface, all seemed well between Anne and Camilla, making the recent legal action even more surprising. It serves as a reminder that old conflicts can resurface even after years of apparent harmony. The underlying tensions between Queen Camilla and Princess Anne became evident during a University of London ceremony. Camilla, at 77, was there to receive an honorary degree, with Anne present to bestow the honor. The unease was apparent from the moment they arrived. Following royal protocol, Camilla attempted to let Anne enter first, but Anne smiled and gestured for Camilla to go ahead, despite everyone knowing that the Queen holds a higher rank than a princess. The ceremony itself was momentous, as Camilla joined a distinguished list of honorary recipients, including Winston Churchill and Dame Judi Dench. Sir Mark Lyell Grant praised her dedication to literacy and public service since her marriage to Charles. Princess Anne also offered compliments in her speech, describing Camilla as modern, an attribute that aligns with Charles's progressive approach. Yet, despite the polite words, an undeniable tension lingered between the two women. Having her sister-in-law present such a prestigious award was already uncomfortable, but the situation was further complicated by the fact that Anne had recently taken legal action against Camilla. The event highlighted the royal family's ability to maintain a composed exterior in public, even when internal conflicts simmer beneath the surface. Their words may have been diplomatic, but their body language revealed the truth. Meanwhile, King Charles added a touch of humor to his coronation, joking about his famously swollen, sausage fingers, as Prince William assisted him with his royal regalia. However, Princess Anne recognized the gravity of the moment, understanding the weight of responsibility her brother was taking on. As the oldest heir to ascend the throne, Charles faced immense pressure to define his reign. He wasted no time asserting his influence, using global platforms like COP28 to advocate for climate action and proving that his kingship would be far from passive. Charles's reign is more than a ceremonial transition, it is a test of whether the monarchy can evolve while maintaining its deep-rooted traditions. With growing demands for modernization and shifting public opinion, he must demonstrate that the royal family remains relevant in today's world. Will he successfully bridge the divide between tradition and progress, or will history remember him as a king who struggled to adapt? As Charles steps into his role, he carries a legacy of both tradition and modernity, determined to leave his mark on history. From his early days as the longest-serving heir to his bold environmental advocacy, he has proven that his reign will not be one of quiet observance. Despite past controversies and public skepticism, he has embraced his duties, striving to be more than just a figurehead. However, his reign is not without its obstacles. Family tensions, evolving societal attitudes, and the monarchy's role in a changing world continue to shape his leadership. His relationships with Camilla, William, and even Harry will play a crucial role in defining how he is remembered. Scandals, conflicts, and long-standing loyalties within the royal household have not disappeared, and every decision he makes is under scrutiny. How Charles navigates these challenges will determine whether he is seen as a transformative monarch or one who simply upholds the status quo. As the royal family embarks on this new era, one thing is certain: his reign will be closely watched, debated, and analyzed for years to come. Will he be the king who modernized the monarchy, or will he struggle to connect with an evolving world? Whatever the future holds, his leadership marks the beginning of a new royal chapter, and his impact will shape the House of Windsor for generations. Amidst this transformation, one question remains: will Princess Anne and Prince William's legal action against Queen Camilla expose long-held royal tensions and alter the monarchy's future, or will their efforts be suppressed, keeping the truth hidden behind palace walls? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates, and click on the next video for more royal insights.